Welcome to Leadership and Growth Fireside. I'm Greg Cannon, a place providing stories and insights to benefit you on your journey. No lectures or telling you what you must do. Instead, insights and possibilities for your own vision. Pull up a chair. Let's explore the path to your extraordinary potential together. Welcome to Leadership and Growth Fireside. I'm your host, Greg Cannon. And in this short series, we're going to unpack what I believe are the three essential gears that drive effective leadership: identity, action, and purpose. Over the next few episodes, we're going to explore each one of these gears, how they work, how they sometimes get stuck, and what it takes to get them turning in alignment. But today, I want to talk to you about the big picture, about the gearbox itself. Let me take you back to a moment in my life that shaped everything that followed. I was just a 12-year-old boy sitting underneath the pecan trees on my grandparents' little small farm in South Georgia, holding a dead bird in my hands. It became one of those crystallizing moments in life when we realize something fundamental about ourselves and the world around us. A moment that I share in my book, The 12-Year-Old Boy. That moment became the blueprint for my life, and it became the foundation of how I understand leadership. You see, leadership isn't something you wait to be given. It isn't about being in charge or wearing a title. It's about movement. And movement requires a system. It requires gears that are aligned, oiled, and engaged. And that's what this podcast is about. The first gear is identity. It answers the question, who are you when no one is watching? This gear turns when you understand your values, your story, and your personal integrity. If this gear is rusted out, if you're not clear on who you are, everything else locks up. The second gear is action. This is the momentum gear. It answers the question, when will you start? I meet people all the time who are waiting for a sign, waiting for permission, waiting until they feel ready. But leadership doesn't begin with confidence. It begins with movement. And this gear only turns when you stop waiting and start doing. The third gear is purpose. This is your driving gear. It answers the question, why are you leading? When you lose your why, you lose your way. This gear connects your leadership to meaning, to legacy, to something greater than yourself. And here's the key. When these three gears engage, when they lock into place and turn together, that's when your leadership becomes powerful. That's when you gain traction. That's when others begin to follow. And not because they have to, but because they want to. I want you to think about your own leadership gearbox today. Is your identity gear turning? Do you know who you are and what you stand for? Is your action gear stuck? Are you hesitating on a decision that needs to be made? Is your purpose gear loose? Are you disconnected from the reason you lead? This week, I encourage you, take a few moments to reflect on those 3 questions. Write them down, journal about them, talk them through with a mentor. Because identifying which gear needs your attention is the first step toward realignment. In our next episode, we're going to dive deeper into Gear 1, identity. I'll share more of some personal stories and give you some practical ways to strengthen the core of who you are as a leader. Until then, remember this. Leadership isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about being the one who shows up with clarity, consistency, and courage. When your gears are aligned, your leadership has reach. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Greg Cannon, and I hope to see you next week.